video I'm super excited about. I absolutely love making these. They are hotel style terry cloth bathrobes, and I absolutely love them. They're pretty easy to make, and I wanted to show you how I make them. And the purpose behind this video is because for as long as I can remember, I have always used a terry cloth bathrobe to dry off with when I get out of the shower. I've never been one just to use a towel. I like to throw on a nice heavy robe, and that's how I dry off. And over the years, the heavier hotel style towels, bathrobes, are harder to come by, and I've been getting them at Bed Bath & Beyond. And I've paid about $130 to $150 for a robe, and the ucky part of it is that now they're only coming in white, and I absolutely hate that it comes in the color white only, and I hate paying $150 for them. And so for the last couple years I had been racking my brain trying to figure out, okay, there's got to be a way that I can make one of these robes for way cheaper than $150. And as you all know, if you've seen my bath wrap video, I am obsessed with Costco's white sale. And they have their Charisma bath towels that are thick and heavy and nice when they go on sale once a year at their white sale for $4.99 a towel. And so every year I stock up on those. And so this year I went ahead and stocked up on them because I figured I might need a hotel bathrobe this year as a gift for somebody, and I want to have the towels on hand so I can make it. And so it just so happens that it's time to make it, and I wanted to share with you this video on how to, because I think that there's a ton of people out there, more than just myself, who like these hotel style bathrobes, and I wanted to show you how I make them. And so first and foremost, let me just show you, let me share with you the pattern that I picked up. I picked this pattern up at Walmart, and it is a new look pattern. And I got this pattern at Walmart for $2.97, and I had been looking for bathrobe patterns that I personally liked, the style I was looking for, and it just so happened that this was the style I was looking for. It wasn't the fabric, and I knew I wasn't going to find a terry cloth bathrobe, hotel style bathrobe pattern. So I just knew that whatever pattern I liked, I would make it with towels. And so this is the one that I picked up, and it is A6233 New Look in the Walmart pattern section. And what you need for this is, you can get away with using 4 of the Charisma bath towels from Costco, and these are the towels that I use, and it is the bath towel, not the bath sheets, that go on sale for $4.99, and they measure out at 30 inches by 58 inches is the ones that I use. And you can get away with, like I said, using 4 towels if you want the whole hotel bathrobe to be the same color. And I have done it that way for my son. I've made a completely brown one for him, but I also like to make them two-tone. I'll make the robe itself predominantly one solid color, and then I take one accent color for the edging around the bathrobe, and that's what I accent it with, and the tie that goes around your waist. And so I end up buying 5 of the towels for $4.99, and it actually comes out to being a $25 hotel style bathrobe, if you can believe that. And so for $25, you cannot beat that versus $150. So I wanted to share that with you. I wanted to show you how I do this. I hope you like this video. I hope you try it with me, and go out to Walmart and go to Costco, wherever, pick yourself up 4 or 5 bath towels and pick up this cool pattern and come and make a hotel style bathrobe with me, because I promise you that once you've done this, you are going to love it, and you're gonna want to gift it. So go grab your sewing machine out and come sew with me today, because I'm in the mood to sew. Okay, so the first towel, we will do the sleeves of the bathrobe. And for this part of the pattern, you only need 1 towel. And so what I do is I fold the towel in half and put the the good side of the towel on the outside and just fold it in half. And also what I do, another key to what I do is, so you know the nice edges, the beveled edges on the towel here? I make that part of the design of my robe. And I put that all along the bottom of my robe, and it's also on the sleeves of my robe, the bottom part of my sleeves of the robe. And so I do incorporate that into my robe. And if you don't want to, just kind of alter where you're pinning your pattern down and exclude it. But I kind of like it, dresses up the robe a bit, and so that's what I choose to do. So make sure if you're going to do that, that it's lined up nice and good, because you need 2 of the sleeves. So we're going to take our sleeve pattern here, and we are going to put it, and just another thing that I do, I also incorporate the nice sewn edge of the towel just to save myself some time, and it looks nice. So that is the bottom edge of my sleeve. So we'll go ahead, we'll lay that down, we'll pin it to where it fits just perfectly. So if you're only using 4 towels, you are saving yourself the scraps to do the collar of your bathrobe. And I also am doing the extra large size of this because I just like a big, comfortable bathrobe, and that's the size of the pattern that I've cut out and chosen to use. Alrighty, so we've got the pattern pinned on. So I'm just going to set this aside for right now and move on to the next section of the robe. Okay, so this next section is going to be the back of the robe, and which is back, letter D, number 14, pattern piece number 14. So with this piece, we need 1 solid piece in the back. We don't have 2 pieces. So we need to put 1 edge on the fold. So I am going to fold this towel long ways in half. And this piece will fit perfectly on it, and this will be the whole back of your robe. And so you'll see the arrows that show on here to where to place it on the fold, and so this needs to go on the fold. And here again, I am going to incorporate the nice beveled edges of the towel and the seam of the towel into my robe, and that is going to be the bottom of the robe, not the top. And this should fit perfectly on the towel folded this way. Yeah, I think 2 years ago when I made these, I made 6 towels because my son, my 21-year-old son, has also been a robe person when he gets out of the shower. And so I made him a solid brown one, and it came out real nice. I spent $130 on towels that year, 2 years ago, at Costco, and I think I bought close to like 30 or 35 towels from Costco that year, and I made everybody bathrobes because everybody wanted them. So what a deal is that? I made, I think, 6 bathrobes, 7 including Allie's, because Allie's only took 2 towels, 7 including Allie's for the price of 1 hotel bathrobe at Bed Bath & Beyond. And I'm pretty picky about like, okay, does it look cheesy? Is it as nice? And I swear to you that this bathrobe is so nice. It is heavy duty. It held up really well in the wash. The only complaint I had was that it did fray on the inside a couple times when I washed it from cutting the towel. But in all honesty, I didn't mind taking scissors and cutting off the fraying edges for a couple of times because I did not want, sorry, my pattern moved. I did not want to use a binding cloth inside my towel. I just don't like the feel of it. I don't like the look of it. And I knew that after a couple washes, it would stop fraying anyway because it would knot itself up. And it did. It just took the patience of having to cut some of the fraying edges after you wash it. And now I wash it and it's just fine. Okay, so here is the back panel of your bathrobe, and it is all pinned into place. So we will set this one aside as well, and I will show you the next piece. Okay, so the next piece that we're gonna do, or pieces, I guess I should say, are the two front panels of the robe. And this is separate, and these alone do take 2 towels because one panel fits on, only one panel will fit on the towel. You can't fold it in half for this one. So with this one, you want to lay out your towels and you want to do one upside down. Lay it out upside down, the right side on the table. And then the other one you want to place right side up, so both back sides are to each other. Now you want to take pattern piece number 12, and it is pattern D, the front of D, and you want to take the bottom edge of it down here, and you want to line that up with the nice beveled edge at the bottom like you just did to the back. And on this piece here, this is also the piece that you are going to use for your neck edges if you have chosen not to get a second color and just do the robe all one color. And with my son's robe, that was what I did. I just did it all one color. And so with this one, I am not doing it all one color. And so you just want to, you know, try to save as much of the towel as you can. And then just go ahead and pin this one down. And you have all this extra area right here to do your neck piece with, if you choose to. So this piece is completely pinned down. We have a lot of extra towel here, so if you're going to use this towel as well for the neck, is pattern piece number 15 here. And this piece you need 2 of, and since both your towels are laid on top of each other right now, you can very easily get 2 pieces alongside of the piece you just pinned down. And with that being said, you also want to remember that with this piece as well, the bottom edge needs to go to the bottom just like your robe, so you can get that pretty, the pretty beveled edge that you have on your robe. And so if you're gonna use the same color towel, go ahead and pin that down right now. But for now, we are done with this pretty blue-gray, and I'm gonna go ahead and move this piece And I have chosen white for the band. And there is also a pattern piece for a waistband if you want to incorporate a waistband into this as well. And if you do, you still have plenty of fabric left to do that on your last piece that we just pinned together for the neckband and the waistband if you want a tie. So I am going to fold this white one long ways. And pattern piece 15, the part that has the 2 dots is the bottom edge. And so where it says extra small, small, medium, large, that's the back of your neck that you're gonna actually, you're cutting 2 pieces of this. So you're actually gonna stitch it together right there. So there we have that, and go ahead and pin that down. Okay, so we've gotten the neck done there, and now we are going to do the one with the arrows on it, piece number 18, pattern piece 18. We are going to pin that down as well. And this piece, I am not doing the pretty beveled edges on. This piece, I'm just making plain Jane, and that's that. And I will tell you that cutting 2 of these pieces, it is a long tie. And so I do not cut the whole thing because I ended up needing to shorten it anyway because it was so long. And you can have your tie loose and detached from your robe, or you can attach it yourself. And what I chose to do at the end was just find where I wanted the tie to hang, and I'll show you that later. And I just stitched it to the robe itself in the back because I didn't want to add loops to it. I just wanted it attached. Alrighty, so there you have it. All of our pieces are pinned. They're ready to be cut. So I'm gonna go ahead and get cutting on them, and I will meet you back here when I'm done cutting and ready to sew. I will tell you that if you are using the thicker towels, you do need good scissors. And I've learned my lesson because I had never really invested in great scissors. And I had bought a 3-pack at Walmart for I think for like $8, and they didn't cut through 2 pieces of towel, these thick towels, and then the pair that did cut through it, I didn't even finish an entire robe of cutting before they just weren't cutting anymore. And so I had a pair of these Fiskars, and they grew feet and walked away, frustratingly. And so yesterday I went ahead and bought a new pair, I guess. They're not quite the same, so I'm hoping that these work as good as my last pair. It looked like they were the same, but we'll see. But invest in some good scissors because you will need them to cut through these towels, and your hands are going to hurt at the end if you do not have good scissors. Okay, I'm done cutting and I am ready to now put this robe together. I also wanted to show you, I had made Allie a hotel style bathrobe as well, and the pattern that we just pinned and cut out did not work for her because it was way too big for her. But I had found this pattern by Simplicity, and it's an It's So Easy pattern, and it was bathrobes for kids. And it is pattern A1752. It's So Easy. This was also at Walmart for, I believe, $1.97. And this was the robe the pattern that I used to make Allie's robe, in case you're interested in making a mommy and me robe for you and your daughter, and that I used, and it worked perfectly. And that is the robe that you see in the picture before the video or the thumbnail, hanging with the other robes, is the white and teal one. That one was Allie's. So anyhow, I just wanted to show you that that was the pattern I used for her, and it worked perfect. So let's get going putting this together. Okay, so we're gonna wanna start off with the two sides of the front. And this is not it. And oh my wow, how did I forget what a mess that makes cutting it. Sorry for not forewarning you, but if you haven't done it yet, now you know. Yeah, it makes a mess when you're cutting it out, all the towel. Okay, so here's the front 2 panels and the back 1 panel. So I'm gonna go ahead and unpin these, and so we can start putting them together. I tell you, for $2.97 this pattern, I have made so many stinking towels that I don't even think that it's fair to say that this robe costs $28 anymore, because I think that pattern has more than paid for itself with as many robes as I've made. Okay, so here's the back, and if you lose track of what's the right side and the wrong side, just look at the seam here on the bottom edge, and then you'll see what should be the inside of the robe and the outside if you lose track. So what we want to do is, I know what the inside is, so I want to put that face down because we want our seams on the inside. And then we want to take our 2 panels for the front and figure out which one goes where and make sure, okay, the inside, okay, the outside of the front panel needs to be face down, and the outside of the back panel needs to be face up. Okay, so now we want to take, and these are where the sleeves are going to go, and what we want to do is we want to go ahead and sew the top where the shoulder area is. So we're going to go ahead and pin that down, because that's going to be our first stitches. Is where the shoulder area is, and up. And we'll go ahead and pin both sides, just so we can get them both sewn at the same time. Okay, here's one side. So we've got both sides pinned for the panels. So let's go ahead and do our stitch right across the top of each side. And when you're stitching, you want to make sure and go a little bit more away from the side than your 1/4 inch. I would say go about a 1/2 inch in, because it does fray, and you don't want to put too much tension on the edge of the towel with, you know, the weight of the towel. So I try to go in more, and I do reinforce the beginning stitches and the end stitches with the back and forth stitch. Alrighty, so we have both of our front panels sewn on and attached. So now it is time to go ahead and do the sleeves. So let's go ahead and take all the pins out. You want to differentiate the inside from the outside of the towel, and you want the inside face down, or the outside of the towel face down. And you just kind of want to set it flat. You just go ahead and hold it up to each other and pin along each line there, each side, all the way around. And that way you can just do them both at the same time and not have to stop to repin. My sleeves are all pinned up and ready to sew, so I'm going to sew those. We now have, oh my gosh, I am so sorry for this mess right here. Let's see if I can make some sense out of this. So we now have our one sleeve here, and we've got, so here's the sleeve. So now we want to sew along the bottom edge of the sleeve all the way down the side of the robe, connecting the sleeves and the front panel and the back panel of the robe. This is the part where you need to make sure that your beveled edge on the bottom of your towel for your front panel and your back panel line up. So what I suggest you do is you start with the bottom of your robe. Don't start with the sleeve, start with the bottom and make sure that these edges match up, because if these don't match up, the front and the back, you're gonna see the mismatch line and it's gonna look terrible. And then you also wanna make sure on your sleeve that your beveled edges meet up too. So let's start sewing that, the sides up, do both sides. Alrighty, so we have completely sewn the robe. The robe is pretty much already all put together. And now all we need to do, your arms are on, you've sewn down the sides. And now all we need to do is do the edge. And this is the edge you either have a different color for, like I did white, or you did it the same color. So if so, go ahead and pin that on and make sure again that your beveled edges here line up. And I'll see you back here in a few minutes. Okay guys, so I forgot that this part wasn't as simple as I thought it was. Okay, so we go ahead and we sew on the strip that goes around the neck and the edges of the front. And I've done that on both sides. Only the two pieces connected, I forgot, do not meet in the middle of the back for whatever reason. And I never have quite figured out what I was doing wrong for it not to meet. But I have always decided just to remedy it myself. And so I sew it pretty close together here. And then what I do is, because I don't want it to be completely offset, I cut, see how there's that piece in the middle there? I cut another piece of white towel and I'm gonna add it to that and connect the two pieces. Oh, I have it the wrong way, this way. So I'm gonna add it to it to connect it. And I'm really sorry about that. I completely forgot about that. And then I was thinking that I completely forgot that there's another part to closing up the flap here. You have to fold it in half and then sew it again. And so I completely forgot about that. My bad. So you know what? Go ahead and sew it both your sides up to as far as they go and leave a little bit of room so you can attach a new piece and sew that on as well. So I'm gonna take this extra piece, I'm gonna sew it across here and then go ahead and sew it here. I'm not articulating this very well, am I? Sew it here and then we'll cut the excess off and attach it to the other side here and sew that across as well. So go ahead and do that. I'm gonna pause the video, do mine, and then we'll get back to what we do, the last step we do to this outer flap of the towel. Okay, so here's the piece that we added to extend the edging of the robe. And I swear to you, I've done this on all the robes. I don't know why I forgot this time, but I did. So now with the last part of this edging, let me show you what I do. And that should be it for the edging. And then all we have left is just the tie. And you're gonna start on this bottom edge. And here's the outside of it, and see how all my lines match up. You're gonna take the outside of it and you're gonna fold the edging in. So we're gonna fold it in, and this is what it should look like on the outside of your robe when you're done. And so what we're gonna do is once it's folded in, and you really don't need to pin it, is just go ahead and make a stitch on the inside all the way around the entire edging of the robe. And it will be completely folded in and it will give you a finished look. Okay, so we've gotten our edges all sewn in on this. It looks super pretty all the way down. And let me just show you. So this is the outside edge of it. So what we did was we just folded it down and did a seam right along where we attached it inside. And it really doesn't show at all. And when you look at it, it gives it a nice finished look. So now really all that's left to do is to do the tie, the waistband tie. So you have your two pieces here. You just need to go ahead and connect one of the edges. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, we've sewn our edges, our two bottoms together, and now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna fold it in half, longwise, with the seam that you just sewed inside, and we're gonna just stitch it. We're gonna stitch the short end and we're gonna stitch the long end all the way down and stitch the short end, and that will be it for our tie. Okay, so my tie is done and I have gone ahead and pinned in the back where exactly I want it stitched on the robe. I put it on and wrapped it around my waist to see where exactly I wanted it to go. And so now I'm just gonna stitch that on, and after that we're pretty much done with the robe. And here you have it, everybody, my version of a hotel style terry cloth bathrobe. I absolutely love it. I think that this one might be my favorite robe yet. I love the blue, gray, and white together. I made my mom a dark gray and white one, and that one had come out gorgeous too, but I think that this one is my favorite. And so what I'm thinking is that this will be the giveaway for the 500th subscriber to my YouTube channel. And so I'm gonna hold on to this robe, and when I reach 500 subscribers, I am going to gift this and do a drawing to one of the 500 subscribers that stay subscribed to my channel. So you not only have to subscribe, but come on you guys, stay subscribed, because there are giveaways all the time. And for every 100 subscribers, I'm going to be having a giveaway. I'm 9 subscribers away from a giveaway. So come on, subscribe, 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 because I am dying to give something away. And I'm excited to be doing this. So everybody, like my video, subscribe once again, and go pull out your sewing machine, go buy 4 or 5 towels, and make yourself or somebody else a hotel-style bathrobe, because I guarantee you're gonna love it, they're gonna love it, and it's probably gonna be one of your new favorite gifts to give. And go watch my other video and gift it with the body scrub and the bath salts, because you can't go wrong with that. You know I love those spa days. So hope y'all like this video. Have a great day and stay tuned for more fun videos to come. Till next time, happy crafting and happy sewing to you all. Bye for now.